Welcome to our Shabbos makeup demo, where we're going to show you everything that you need to know about how to look beautiful on Shabbos. On Shabbos, we make our homes beautiful, we dress our family beautifully, we keep our best clothes for Shabbos, so it makes sense that we would like ourselves to look beautiful on Shabbos. There is a lot of controversy surrounding Shabbos makeup, and that's because it's a very recent shaila. It's a modern day machlokas haposkim, where only in the past 50 years has makeup become so accessible, so inexpensive, and so widely used. So we went to our rabbonim and we asked them, is there any makeup that we can wear on Shabbos? We want to look beautiful on Shabbos. In the past 50 years, the two main gedolim that have permitted Shabbos makeup was Rav Moshe Feinstein and Rav Ovadia Yosef. On the other side of the aisle were great rabbonim like Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, who said it was not permissible. Before I made this video, I sat down with Dayan Chanoch Ehrentreu, the former Av Beis Din of the London Beis Din, to ask him all my questions about Shabbos makeup, whether it is permissible to be used and what was the method for using. Dayan Ehrentreu said that it was okay to use certain face powders, but it was not only about which powder to use for Shabbos, but really how to apply it. Dayan Ehrentreu repeated a conversation with me that he had had with Rev Falk from Gateshead Zatzal, who said to him that he agreed in principle with Dayan Ehrentreu that some face powders were permissible on Shabbos, but because it was so complicated to apply in the right manner, he felt it was best not to use it at all. In this video, we're going to have a live demonstration exactly how to apply the makeup so that we all understand the process very clearly. So let me first talk to you about the two halachas that we are being careful of. The first one is memareach. Memareach means smearing. Most makeups nowadays come in creams and we smear it on our faces. We're not allowed to do any smearing, and to get around this, we are not allowed to use any makeup that has an oil base in the ingredients, and that's why we're very careful to only use a loose powder. The second halacha that we're being careful of is the halacha of tzoveya. Tzoveya is really coming from the original malacha of dyeing the wool. But we apply it nowadays to writing, painting, and our face is considered a blank canvas. And makeup, when we put makeup on our face, it's like painting a picture. And we're not allowed to tzoveya, color. The halacha states that tzoveya has to be permanent in order to be considered tzoveya, and the way that we get around that is we use a powder that's a loose powder that actually falls off our face. In that way, because it's not permanent, it's not considered tzoveya. So now we've got a makeup that is a loose powder, that is not oil-based, and will not permanently stay on our face. The makeup that we're going to show you today is called Bare Minerals, and this makeup is widely available online, and Bare Minerals is a make that has lots of different lines, and one of them is a loose powder. In this loose powder, they don't use any oils. So now that we have a makeup, the question is, how do we apply it on our face? So the first thing is that we have to have a clean and dry face. You can either wash off your face with water, or you can use some dry face wipes. Once your face is clean of the makeup, you probably will still have your 24-hour lipstick on, if you're lucky, and your mascara and eyeliner. Now what we're going to get to use is probably a foundation, a blusher, and an eyeshadow. Those are really the three things that we can get in a loose powder that is allowed to be worn on Shabbos. One of the halachas about Shabbos makeup is you're not allowed to put color upon color. So how we get around this is that when we put on the foundation, we leave space on our face to put the blusher. We also have to make sure that we don't use the brushes that we use during the week for our makeup, for our Shabbos makeup. At home, I have my own Shabbos makeup bag, and really this is the best way to do it. Have a bag with your Shabbos makeup, with your Shabbos powders, and a brush, not only separate from during the week, but actually we need a separate brush for all three of the different colors that we're going to be using. We need a brush for the foundation, a separate brush for the blush, and a separate brush for the eyeshadow. And in that way, we make sure that we don't ever mix our colors on Shabbos. There are some things that we're not allowed to put on Shabbos. Mascara, eyeliner, lipstick. These are things that I recommend that you get long lasting. There's excellent things on the market, 24-hour lipsticks, waterproof eyeliner, amazing mascara that really can last you the whole Shabbos. These things we're not allowed to put on Shabbos because that's real tzovea. Sometimes we feel that Shabbos we're okay, but the 3-day Yontif is a little bit too much. So when it comes to the 3-day Yontif, I have found getting a spray tan a really good idea. That way I always look glowing. Also to get eyelash extensions, either individual or full set. They don't budge and it looks like you have mascara all the time. And the best liquid eyeliner that I found that doesn't budge is the MAC liquid waterproof eyeliner, and that really stays for days. I'm very excited now to introduce Natanya, who is a makeup artist, and she's going to show you on a model exactly how to do it.
So one of the halachas is that you can't put makeup on top of makeup. So you've got to wash off any makeup that you've got on before Shabbos. So she's barefaced, she just has her long-lasting lipstick on and mascara on, and we're going to start off by applying concealer under her eyes. So there's her concealer. And now I personally like to start with blusher first and then work around the blusher to do the foundation. I know normally we do foundation first and then put our blusher on top, but I just find that if I've got blusher on first, then I can just work around the cheekbones with the foundation. So if I can just get you to do a pout for us. Okay, now I'm going to go to the foundation, a little swirl. And this is really the key thing, is that I don't want my foundation to go over her blusher. So I've got a very distinct line. So I'm going to just start working from the jawline, just buffing the powder into the skin and very carefully moving up to where the blush is. And I'm just going to blend it around the blusher, just like that. You can even use a smaller brush to go around smaller sections of the face. So say right now I want to go around this section here. We can take a smaller brush, and I'm just going very carefully between the concealer and the blusher because I don't want to miss a spot out. When it comes to eye makeup, I'm using an angled brush like this, and it does work like a charm when applying powdered eyeshadow. You can't apply any powder inside the jelly part, the waterline of the eye over here. However, you can apply it slightly underneath. So with this angled makeup brush, you can either dab it on like this, or you can just draw it on like this. Okay, and lastly, a very pretty shimmery eyeshadow that we can just use as well. And then we can just cover over her eyeliner, if you just close your eyes for me. And that way we're just being careful that the shadow doesn't cover or mix in with the eyeliner. Open your eyes, gorgeous. All ready for sure.
Thank you so much, Natanya, for showing us all how we can be gorgeous on Shabbos. Since putting Shabbos makeup on is still a debatable issue, every person who wants to put on Shabbos makeup should ask their own Rav for a Pesach. Thank you so much for joining us today and wishing you a great Shabbos.